to the Hague Global Cinema Festival 2020. Tonight, I'm very pleased and honored to introduce to you the writer, producer, and director of the web series The Blue Marble, Mr. Ralph Toporoff. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Good to have you with us. So my first question to you, Ralph, would be, why is the web series called The Blue Marble? Why is it entitled so? And what would be the storyline in short, please? Thank you.
Sure. Well, the Blue Marble is a nickname that was given to the planet Earth by the astronauts. They took a picture of the Earth from the moon, and they said, oh, it looks like a blue marble, which it does. And there's a relationship here because the storyline of the Blue Marble is bureaucracy on a universal level. And it was inspired by me getting very involved with just trying to get a driver's license renewed, which turned into a bureaucratic nightmare.
Okay, that's wonderful to know. So I'd just like to know a little bit more about your experiences in the bureaucracy that really pushed you and inspired you to make this movie.
Well, I had gone, I had simply gone to get a renewed license. I put it in for a computer-generated appointment at the motor vehicle department. I showed up at the motor vehicle department and I showed them my appointment, and they said, oh, no, that's not good. It's not going to work. And I said, why? They said, well, the computers are down. So I said, well, so what does that mean? I have here a piece of paper. It says motor vehicle department, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know, but that's no good. I said, so why? And I said, well, our computers are down. So I said, well, what am I supposed to do? They said, well, go stand on that line over there, which was went out the door of the building and down the street. And at the same time, they asked me to fill out a form with all the information that they already had. And I asked them, why do I have to fill out a form since you have all the information? And they said, because. That was the answer. So I said, okay, and I'll try to fill out the form. I'll give you one example of bureaucratic insanity. I was standing on this long line trying to write with this piece of paper in my hand, writing on it, and I got to question 15. Question 15 on the form was, in case of your death, would you become an organ donor? Would you donate organs to medicine or science or something like that?
That is
strange. And it said, this is a mandatory question. You have to answer it. The answers, there were two answers I could give. The first answer was yes, and the second answer was skip this question.
Right.
So I said, wait a minute, shouldn't it be yes and no? And the guy said to me, well, you know what? You really can't say no. So I said, why can't I say no? And the answer was, because. So
that's exactly what we see in the movie, that basically these two people, their records are being checked. Yeah. And they're in the queue for so many billion years.
Yes.
And they don't have a choice as to where they would like to go. So I think it's a marvelous satire on the dysfunctional bureaucracy, or the harrowing experiences that you had with the bureaucracy. Right. So can you tell us in gist, please, the storyline which brings out exactly these nuances, and just in short, the storyline of the movie, please. Thank you.
Sure. So the idea behind the film was that we take a soul, S-O-U-L, and in the universe, you go to a soul assignment center and you are assigned to a body somewhere in the universe.
Yes.
And the problem that we have is that our main character, Charlie, has been trying to get a soul assignment since the beginning of time. And the problem is that when they were filling out his paperwork during the Big Bang, somebody put a decimal point in the wrong place. And he has been trying for the last 4.5 billion years to get that decimal point moved from one side of the number to the other side of the number. So that's the basic gist. That's Charlie's quest in this entire series.
Waiting in the queue for so many years, and also he doesn't have a choice to where he would like to go.
No.
Right?
Yes, and that became part of the thing, because when he does get to the line, he is assigned to the blue marble line, meaning he is going to be a soul that is going to combine with some entity on the earth or the blue marble.
Right, right. So thank you. Yeah, so he's basically going to the blue marble, isn't he?
Yes, and nobody wants to go to the blue marble.
Where he wouldn't like to go, right?
In fact, nobody in the universe wants to go to the blue marble.
Right. Okay. Understand. Thank you, Ralph. And this comes up. This brings us to the last part of the question. And what would be? How would you characterize the work and style of your movie? And what was it like working with your cast and crew? In short, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I very much. I mean, I sort of love this kind of sarcastic sci-fi genre. And I remember Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They also produced another show called The Red Dwarf. And it's the kind of humor that I really appreciated.
Right.
So that was sort of the inspiration on doing the sci-fi comedy out in the middle of the universe.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for sharing all your experiences during the writing, production, and filming of the web series, The Blue Marble. And we look forward to it at the Hague Global Cinema Festival. So thank you once again for joining us.
Yeah,
thank you, Ralph.
Great success with the festival.